Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Monday Kick in the Pants. Angela Fallon here, bringing you a gentle push each week to help you level up in your life, fill you with a dose of Monday morning motivation, and provide tips to accelerate your success in life and career. So today I come to you with a slightly different topic than what things we tend to talk about. Usually, we talk about things to get ahead in your career, how to deal with time management, things like that. But every once in a while, I feel like it's really important to bring up certain things that are somewhat feel intangible, but aren't. They're very much a real thing for real people, especially mental health. Whenever you know, COVID hit almost, I guess, a little over 3 years ago now. Can you believe that? 3 years ago. And many people are still in survival mode. And what that feels like and looks like may make some people numb. Some people may actually feel completely drained. Um, I personally have been feeling very exhausted lately, and I am um, a very driven person. If you've known me more than 5 minutes, you probably know that. I'm a very driven person, and I like to do lots of things that make an impact and are of my purpose, and I continue to drive towards those things. However, lately, the last few months, I feel like I've had this constant fatigue. No matter how much sleep I get, no matter how well I eat, I continue to feel just exhausted all the time. And a lot of times that can show up in things that are like, what's what I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, see, this is part of my brain fog, right? But some things that you need to consider if you start having symptoms like poor sleep, lower immunity, mental fog, lack of energy, that could also be symptoms of an overworked nervous system. And that can happen whenever we live in years of survival mode. Most people are still trying to survive, and it's not trying to survive from a virus. It's trying to survive from current inflation. It's trying to survive from, the cost of everything, and how our incomes are not being raised to the same level that the cost of goods are at the moment. Some people are having a hard time putting food on the table. Some people are working longer hours to be able to put food on the table, picking up another job in order to do that. And it causes constant nervous system. You can think of this at like being at war. If you were an active duty person and you were in war for months, years on end, could you imagine how your nervous system would feel battered? A lot of us are living with that right now and don't even realize it. Um, it's something that I've actually sought out help for recently. And I really just want to be transparent with you all because it's important for us to talk about it. It's important for us to know that other people are in the same boat as you. I actually signed up for a coaching program in January or February, late January, early February. And I feel so behind right now. And because every time I sit down to work on this program and the things that I want to do to grow my business, I'm exhausted and I feel like I've lost motivation and not necessarily purpose, but I just feel this fatigue, this like, it almost feels like adrenal fatigue. But this is also known as your central nervous system fatigue. And some of the symptoms of this are things that I said, like poor sleep, poor appetite. Y'all, I haven't wanted to eat in probably 3 weeks now. I've been forcing myself to eat because I just don't feel like it. I'm also trying to work through some inflammation that I've had. There's obviously something that I'm eating is upsetting my system. So for a while, no matter what I ate, I would just like balloon, would bloat really bad. I'm like, okay, maybe it's a salt thing. I'll eat less salt. Okay, maybe it's a wheat thing. I'll eat less wheat. And some of the elimination things I'm doing right now and then re-adding in, it's helping, but I am still tired. I am still having brain fog. Look, I can't even think of the word I was looking for earlier. It's autoimmune diseases. It's finally come to me. Autoimmune diseases also act very similar to this. Very low immunity, mental fog, lack of energy, can sleep 8 to 10 hours and still wake up feeling exhausted. You could have aches, joint aches, headaches, mood changes. Y'all, a lot of this also sounds like menopause. Can you see why I'm struggling with diagnosing myself? Um, Inability to easily do tasks. This is something that is really frustrating me lately. Some little things that I just need to do before I go to bed are a challenge to me. Things I could have done in like 2 minutes, probably 6 months to a year ago, are a struggle for me. And I hate that because that's not who I've always been. Um, yeah, good point, Lori. It could be something in our food supply. But these things you can experience them also from things like overtraining. So if you're constantly exercising and doing like really hard exercising and you're doing it too much, this overtraining has the same symptoms as an overworked nervous system. And what you really have to do, and I'll tell you what I've been working on recently, is focusing on recovery. It's focusing on rest, focusing on breathing. And I know we all breathe automatically, right? It's autonomic. We don't have to think about it. We just breathe. We breathe. However, whenever I get this little like twinge of anxiety or overwhelm, I am intentionally breathing. And I will breathe in my nose and then out my mouth. And I don't do like a long sigh or anything like I used to in yoga, but it is like yoga breathing to calm my muscles, calm my nervous system. And you'd be surprised how well just the intentional breathing helps. I've actually started daily yoga too, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. My goal is usually 20 a day. Even if I'm getting on my Peloton for 20 minutes, I really want to do yoga to like stretch it out and even just calm myself. But don't take this as Angela's freaking out and things like that. But I wanted to bring it up because it happens to a lot of us. And like I said, a lot of us are still in survival mode. And whether it's looking for a job because the one we're in right now is not what you thought you signed up for, or like I said, you're struggling to get the bills paid with the cost of everything right now. I don't know about you guys, but my electricity bill tripled last year. July of last year, it tripled. And that was a big deal for us. We had just bought a family cabin and didn't had then had two sets of bills, and all the bills at least doubled. And so that was a big hurt on our budget. And I'm not saying that's not first world problems. It absolutely is. But I can't imagine what people who are police officers and teachers are dealing with from that perspective. And it's constant survival mode, and our nervous systems are struggling. They're absolutely struggling. Um, I told you guys that another thing I'm focusing on is eating. I am making myself eat small meals, snacks throughout the day just to keep a constant nutrition. Because, like I said, I've got like this mental fog and I'm tired and I've been forcing water down too. I used to drink 2 to 3 liters a day, easy, without even thinking about it because I was always thirsty. And maybe that was a salt issue, but I was drinking lots of water. And now I am struggling just to get 64 ounces in, which is about 2 liters. So this is something that I'm not struggling to get done, but it's something that I'm being intentional about. The last thing that's really important, and it's hard for a lot of us. I feel like it's a lot harder though for moms. I can just say that from personal experience, but it's hard for a lot of us. I'm saying no more. I'm saying no more even to family members, including my spouse and my kids, and other people in my life that I'm like, no, I just can't take that on right now. I have been everything to everybody for a very long time. And I can say honestly and objectively that I've allowed that and just took things on to make sure that they got done and, things process along, right? Like I help with everybody's laundry at home. And I said before, I'm not doing it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And I'm really at the point of no kidding. This is it. You guys are going to do your own laundry. You're going to wear something dirty to school. And I don't care. My husband can ask where his socks are and he's going to figure it out himself. I'm at that point where I have to find rest and peace within myself. Just again, being very transparent. I decided to spend a long weekend, just me and the dog in New Mexico. It's time to focus more on me. And I say that a lot, and I do. I still fit in exercise and I still fit in nutrition and things that I want to do. But I feel like I've let it backslide again some and allowed others to keep dumping on me. Hey, can you help with this? Hey, can you help with this? And when it seems like a little task, and I say, yeah, okay. But then when you have 800 things, little tasks to add up, it adds up and it's exhausting. It can be exhausting. Y'all know that I put everything on my calendar to do things. And this morning I had 14 reminders of personal things that I need to handle. And some of them are really little things. It's go sign up my kid for cross country camp, go pay $25 for my fourth graders movement into intermediate school. They're going to have a party, but you have to go fill out the form and put the money in and all of those things. I put a block on my day off to go handle that now instead of putting all the little ones on at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. today. I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to put it off until the end of the week. And that's okay. It's okay. It's not urgent today. And I'm not going to let it irritate me or stress me out that I have 18 little things to go handle on Friday. I'll handle it on Friday. And I'll sit and probably crank it out in an hour or so. But these are some of the small things that I feel like I'm trying to take back right now. I've even set up recently like a new chore list. Thanks to my friend Amy Mootville. Thank you for your chore list, dear. I appreciate it. And my kids have been working through that for probably about 3 months now. I've been a real hard ass, excuse my language, with them on getting their chores because I feel like they've kind of laxed again. And they're like, I did the dishes. And I'm like, no, you left 3 pans out. You didn't do the dishes. You're not getting paid for that day. And they're like, well, you just don't want to pay us. And I'm like, no, I am the boss and you're going to get paid whenever you do the job to my standards. It's my standards since I'm the one paying you. I've kind of become a butthead about it, but I think it's necessary. Independence has to be learned. And I feel like that's what I'm teaching my whole family right now. But I refuse to continue to take it. I refuse to. And I want you to ask yourself, what little things that are you continuing to take on that are not necessary? What little things do you need to start doing for yourself each day? Think about that. And I want to encourage you to start doing them. Maybe write them on like a little sticky note or something and put it on your monitor and remind yourself to do it. Maybe do it first thing in the morning. So you put yourself first. You cannot pour out of an empty cup. I tell people that all the time, all the time. And here I am finding myself with an empty cup. And I'm tired and I'm doing something about it. Like I said, I drove to New Mexico with a dog because that's how important this is to me. And my family is learning how important it is to me too. The fact that I'm walking away for them to handle by themselves, which they do that whenever I'm on business travel. And they get it and they handle it and they figure it out and it's fine. And they're figuring it out again now. But it's easy to slack off and let someone else just pick it up. Guess what? I'm not picking it up anymore. If someone doesn't get to go to their 8th grade promotion to 9th grade, tough. Life stuff. Oh, anyways, this is not a complaint session. This is, I want to share with you what's going on with me. And if you're feeling the same thing, I hope maybe some of these ways to reverse or heal your own nervous system fatigue, I highly recommend you do it. Focus on recovery, focus on breathing, focus on doing something gentle for your body every day. Eat. You have to eat. My husband's actually really bad about eating too. He'll get busy with work and then it's 2:00 and he hasn't had anything all day. And you have to learn to say no more. And it's hard to be everything to everybody. You have to say no more. All right. I have gone over our regular 10 minutes for Monday Kick in the Pants, but I hope this is of value to you. I would love to hear comments below if this is something that was of value to you, if there's other ways that you are looking at trying to counteract your fatigue as well. I would love to hear them. I am also always open to feedback. If this is a value to you and you feel like it may be a value to others, I would love for you to heart, comment, share with whoever, wherever you're tuning in, whether it's LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook. I would love to hear your feedback, whether you loved it or hated it, or any feedback that you would love to pile on. I hope you guys have a great Monday. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a restful week. And I hope you remember that if you feel like you are overwhelmed and behind, you're in the right place and it's the right time. Take care. Have a great week.